Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Ray here, back for another Transformers transformation review thingy, and I'm wearing the green, so that must mean it is another pre-auto assembly video, and it's barely pre-auto assembly. Is it the night before? Hold on, it's the night before. It's not quite the night before. It's not Christmas Eve. It's almost Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve. Yes, that'll do. So lots to show you, lots to talk about, lots of things to display on the screen tonight. There's a bit of dust over there. So a little bit of housekeeping first of all. I've had 3 requests, which is very interesting, in the past 5 days. About, I don't know how this came about, but maybe something was up on Facebook. I can't remember. Songwriting, because I mentioned the fact that I had written songs, and someone had said that can we see something. Obviously not something that I recorded. I suppose it's just by way of proving that something of what I do is writing songs for a living. So to that end, there's a few things to check out, but the one that I would recommend you check out is the artist is called Duke Special. The album is called The Silent World of Hector Man, and the song is called Old Folks and Cowpokes, and that's the song, and I wrote it, so you may go and visit that. There's other ones, of course. I mean, you could always look at Our Sun's Rising, which was Lost Witness, featuring Adams and Danny. I was the co-writer of that. That done quite well, actually. That was a very nice song. Our Sun's Rising, that's called. There are a few others, but nothing current, nothing at the minute. There's something I'm in talks with a music publisher. I haven't written the words. The words are written by a well-known poet, but I've arranged it for soprano, alto, tenor, and bass, or SATB as we say, and it sounds lovely. Ooh, sounds good. And hopefully I'll be able to let you hear that if I can get permission by the poet to use it. Anyway, so, but the proud thing, another little thing. Yes, this was it. Yes, John O'Callaghan. He's a producer, DJ producer. John O'Callaghan featuring Rhea. The song is called I'll Follow, and I am a co-writer of that. That is current. That has just been released. I would recommend you go and check that, and indeed buy it if you like, because then I get some of the royalties, and that's all very nice. So that's John O'Callaghan featuring Rhea. The song is called I'll Follow. You might also want to check out Our Sun's Rising, which is Lost Witness, featuring Adams and Danny of Stereophonics, because I wrote that. And the one that I've written completely and utterly is called Old Folks and Cowpokes, which was recorded by Duke Special for the album The Silent World of Hector Man. There you go. That's hopefully has put paid to some rumours that I do nothing but sit here and play with Transformers. But my proud moment today is my little sister, Erica Curran. I have 7 little sisters, but my little sister Erica has recorded a single. Her boyfriend is Amo of Amo Music Productions. I played in the band with him. We were the Maximals together, and we've made all kinds of music together. Now he's gone out with my sister, which I'm so pleased about. She has a sublimely beautiful voice, and she has recorded a track called Move Into Light, and the DJ producer is Juventus. I think that's how we're saying it, is Juventus. So it's Juventus featuring Erica Curran, my wee sister. And the track's called Move Into Light. So she's singing. Check out her beautiful, beautiful voice. Absolutely sublimely beautiful voice. So like brother, like sister. So it runs in the family, a little bit of singing. So that's great. What's next? So in my last video, I showed you a few things that I was taking for barter, trade, and in an emergency cash. And I've had a few messages from people saying, oh, they wanted this and they wanted that. And I've extended that list now to all my pretenders. And these are pretenders, some of which are... The ones I showed you previously were just shells, but now I'm bringing pretenders that they all have inner bots, and they have some accessories, and sometimes all accessories, and are occasionally in the box. So I'm just going to bring them. Because Mr. Thrussell, the redoubtable Mr. Thrussell, Soundwave SG1, he said he's after pretenders this year. And I remember thinking, God, I'm never after pretenders. And then I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to get rid of them, because I can't love pretenders. Because the thing about pretenders, this is what I find about pretenders, is that for a pretender to be really good and to really be worthwhile keeping, It's got to be complete, and pretenders are the bots that are most difficult to keep complete. They are very tricky to keep complete. So to that end, I'm going to bring all the pretenders that I have this year and flog, trade, barter. So let's have a look. I'm bringing a chain claw, which is missing a tail. He does have his inner robot and his helmet. This is the bit that you want. He does have his inner. Did I say chain claw? I didn't mean chain claw. This is, oh, for God's sake, I've forgotten his name. Yeah, his bot's in there. Catilla, excuse me, chain claw. There's his inner robot. I'm just checking that they're all here. They are all here because they're in they were in my display pile. So I mean, I have displayed these until fairly recently, i.e. today, when I've decided that I'm going to get rid of them. So there's a chain claw, and I'm going to be taking him along with me. I do have his box. I have his box somewhere, I'm not sure where. This is a landmine, does have his inner robot. These are all his accessories. You see these belts? These are the things that disappear. And he does have his gun, which is, again, that's one of those things that disappear. This is, I think it's Cloud Raker, this guy is. So I'm taking Cloud Raker. Again, this is the bit that disappears, the belt. The robot is inside. Trust me, it's all there. I'm going to be taking them with me so we can prove it right there. This is Chain Claw. This is Chain Claw. He does have his inner robot, but that's about it. There are no other accessories with this guy that I have. Where are we going? We have Carnivac. He does have his robot, and he's got his tail. This thing is usually missing. Yeah, I do have a lot of pretenders. Carnivac. Isn't that right, Carnivac? I don't have this guy's box, but, I mean, this is as close as you can get to to having him completed. I think he's just missing a weapon. The inner robot just goes between a little bot. For all these beast bots, anyway. For these beast bots, you get, there's an inner robot and which has an alt mode and a beast mode, which resembles the outer shell. And I've also got Submarauder with this. I don't know who owns this. It's not even Transformers weapon. It's, I don't know. It's probably some cheap knockoff pirate toy. You see, it's got a little skull and crossbones. Submarauder is a little yellowed, and he doesn't come with any accessories. So I'm taking them. I'm getting rid of them. There's 3 more. Jesus, I have a lot of pretenders. Now it starts to get a little more interesting because we have a bomb burst. And I know one person already who'll be thinking, I shall have that, thank you very much. And he does have his little thingy here. His little, what are we calling that? His little belt. His little crotch guard. Now, he doesn't have anything else. He doesn't have his sword and he doesn't have his wing. Unfortunately, that would be very cool. But I'm taking a little bomb burst. Now we start to get very interesting. Skullgrin. Skullgrin is nearly complete, as you can see, and I have done a little customizing of his sword. I've just made it look a tiny bit better. Actually, I've done that recently in a video, didn't I? And there's his head. His very strange head. Little dusty, but they'll all be well dusted and cleaned by the time they get to auto assembly. Again, he's got his inner robot, so they're all here, One more. Now, this is the resistance piece. This is another beast one, and he's in his box. You see, this is Transformers Pretenders Snarler, and I'm sure he is complete. I'm quite sure he is complete. He's all there. Does he have those things? Yes, he does. Yeah, he is complete. I'll just double check later, but everything's there. The box is in fairly good condition. This isn't especially. There's a little bit of a crease there, but so I'm taking those with me now. You can make me a monetary offer, which I don't really, monetary offer. I don't know what that would be. It'll be slight, but I would love to trade. The problem is what, If you can get me, for example, the Beast Wars mutants, so we're talking Soundwave, Icebird, Razor Claw. If you have those, if you're willing to barter those, a handful of pretenders will come your way. Let's just put it like that. So that's how much I want those. There's quite a few other things, but I'll see you on Friday. Let's talk about it then. It'll be great. Now on to the bot. Do you remember Woolworths? I got a few nice things in Woolworths. You used to go in there and you get toys for 99p. What I used to do is I used to collect random toys in little packets for 99p, and I used to just pin them to the wall unopened, and they looked great. They looked fantastic. There's nowhere that really can do that now. Pawn shops, but they're all crap. Anyway, so this is Starscream. This is Starscream from Cybertron. I like this bot, and I like him very much. He's a decent bot. He is a very nice shape. His bot mode is lovely. His alt mode is lovely. It really resembles that first incarnation of Starscream that we see in G1, the animated series, which is, you know, the flying pyramid, one of those. It really resembles that. This is, of course, the slight recolor from the 2-pack with Vector Prime in Toys R Us. Now, he's nice. I like him. He flies, and he's a Starscream. Let's put him down somewhere where there's not a pretender. There's a lot of pretenders here. Oh, stay there, please. Now, this is the Starscream that I'm showing you tonight. I tell you, I like big bots, and I cannot lie, and this guy is lovely. I got him in Woolworths for 25 quid. What would that be? 6 years ago? Maybe something like that. It's just a rough guess. But look at this fucker. He's just lovely. Now, he's in his box because I display him in his box because he just looks great. This is, of course, Supreme Class Starscream. Now, what happened to Starscream? He just went all giant. There you go. That's as much as I know. Unicron gave him a Scooby snack and he just went apeshit, right? Something like that. And he went really big. And this is what he turns into. This is just a fantastic big bot. Let's have a little look at the back. Who could you get? Look, oh, Halcyon Days. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, I tell you why this is especially good for me. Because this is when I came back to Transformers. After being away for, you know, a couple of decades, I came back to Transformers. That was about 8 years ago. So, 800 Transformers later, I tell you, that's not bad. Halcyon Days, there's Megatron, Optimus Prime. That was the first Prime that I got when I came back to Transformers. I seen him on the shelf and I thought, that's a sexy looking bit of plastic. So I got him, and it was after that, bang, had me hooked. Where are we? Jetfire. I actually don't have that one. I have the Sky Shadow. Scourge. I don't have that, but I have every other iteration of it. So, hey, there you go. There's a couple of things you might want to barter for a couple of Generation 1 pretenders. Very nice. Jetfire, Scourge. What's on the other side? Blah, blah, blah. Let's have a look at the back. There he is. Do you know what Starscream looks like? He's huge. Absolutely gigantic, and he comes with a crown. Let's take him out of the box. So come auto assembly, you know, I kind of like to show a few bots that are maybe a little bit outside of the price range that people would normally pay, or, you know, bots are a little bit different, a little bit dangerous. If bots can be dangerous, if a big hunk of plastic, inanimate plastic, can be dangerous. But so this Starscream is one of them, because he's a big bot, he's nice, complete, and he's not always the cheapest thing, and he's not always the easiest thing to find, seeing as how Woolworths are now have disappeared. But this is Supreme Class Starscream. He is huge. He's a big bot. Now, normally I go alt mode to bot, but with this guy it's bot to alt mode, because this guy in alt mode, he seems to double in size. I'm not kidding you. Absolutely huge. Now let's have a little look. I mean, he's huge. He's bigger than my face, and I have a big face. He's absolutely gigantic. Love it. Now just let me see. Let me bit of a close up as much as we can. You see, he's so big that I can't actually get him too near the camera. Let's try him like this. Are we getting a close-up here? Oh, look at that. That's making me happy. Oh, yes. That's good. Oh, I like it. I like it. Yes. Oh, I do like my new camera. Let me just fix that. So, he is a big bot, and I like big bots. One of the best things about this guy is the fact that he does this. He is the absolute, it's the king of ratchets. It really is, the king of ratchets. Again, on his legs, everything sounds great and meaty. And that's Fort Max standard there. That really is. I mean, that's about 5.6 on the Richter scale right there. That's just the best stuff ever. Let me just make sure that that waist is transformed. Couple of little guns here, which are quite cute. But he's just a big chunky, basic looking bot. The thing is with this guy, he doesn't look like he transforms because he's just so kind of quintessentially robot-y, you know what I mean? Now, we do have a little gimmick here. No, we don't worry about that. That's more of a blaster sound. So, couple of cool things this guy does. Alright, he comes with 2 Cyberplanet keys. This is the Decepticon one. And then this, which is a Earth one, isn't that what it is? I think that's how it worked. It's never too down on the Cyber Planet key. See, the thing about the Cyber Planet key, yeah, it is that it's the Earth one. Yeah, it is the Earth one. I was going to say something about Cyber Planet keys, but it doesn't matter. Take this little bad boy. Here's a Cyber Planet key port. So you have this big purple ass sword here, and then this one. That big purple ass gun. Now, I like this gun because he has this little funky thing. Now, when you fire it, I am going to fire the missile. There's a missile. There's an actual missile here. When you fire the missile, it gets a little bit of action going on here. Let me see if I can show you that. Look at that shit. Oh, okay, I've just taken the missile out. Let me show you this. You see that? I don't know why. I like that little action. There's something really kind of cool. Something that grabs me about that. It's the same thing that Shock Blast does, you know, the Energon Shock Blast. I love that. I want the 6-shot repaint of that. Oh, there you go. That's another thing that I want, 6-shot repaint. Now look at him with his big guns extended. He's gigantic, absolutely gigantic. I like this bot a lot. Now, there's one thing that can top this, quite literally, this bad boy, which he comes with. Look at that. It's just lovely. Let's get a little close up. Look at him. He's loving it. He looks so good. Now, they call him Supreme Starscream. He's a Supreme class Starscream, but not just that. He is Supreme. Where are his lights? His lights are in his cannons. You can see. Yeah, you can just about see it either side of his head. He is Supreme. There is something very, very magnificent about this bot. Now, if you think this is good, wait till you see this alt mode. Forgot to say, he's also got these little sound clips on his arm. So when you move either arm, you get a different sound clip. So one is left arm, which is the one with the cannon. When you move it, you get this. Presumably that's some kind of firing sound, some laser blast. That's the only thing I can think of. But this is the cool one. This one will make a kind of a sword, because he's got this Energon sword, this sword slashing sound. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. And so here we have the Voyager class Starscream. You can't complain about this bot at all. This alt mode just looks great. It's very much like the Generation 1 animation model. The kind of flying pyramid. Yeah, looks good. Good size, good weight. Everything feels good. Best kind of plastic. Cybertron had really awesome plastic. Nothing wrong with this. But compared to Supreme class, it's absolutely gigantic. Now, if it looks big, it's because it is big. Huge. Now, it's so much bigger than my head, and I have a big head. Look at it compared to that. This guy's great. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's just put him down, because you need 2 hands to hold this guy. You see, there he is with crown. Absolutely lovely. Now, the transformation between the Supreme class and the Voyager class is almost identical. This guy has 2 slightly different points of articulation. So 2 different transformation points. They're just a little bit different, but he's huge. This guy doesn't need gimmicks. When he looks and more importantly for me, feels as good as he does. He doesn't feel insubstantial. The transformation's simple, but it's not unsatisfying, and that to me is so very important. You can see his legs are here and his arms are here more or less. It's kind of the way you can imagine your traditional beast former. You know, you've got the legs and you've got the arms and the head. Well, he does actually have visible head syndrome, but I can't complain about it. This is him crownless. This is him with crown. Great big bot. Now, mercifully, in this mode, his missiles don't fire. No, sorry, what am I talking about? His missiles do fire. Let me just show you. I meant that his little sound clips, his little slashing sound clips don't work. So you can get this kind of a thing going on, and then you can get this kind of a thing going on, and this is where the missile is. But You know, if this is a power up mode, then it doesn't really work for me because it breaks up the really awesome lines that this guy has. There is some Cyberplanet key storage in there, which is handy, but he's got two Cyberplanet keys and only the one store, so it doesn't really matter. Now he's still got this, very cool. Yeah, all good, love it. Now this guy is really big. When he first came out, I think it was 50 quid. If you get him mint in box now, with all his accoutrements for 50 quid, you're doing really good. Because he was very, very popular, I remember that. He only cost me 25, that was brand new when he first came out. Woolworths, we're doing some kind of offer. I'm so pleased I got this guy. He looks he looks really good in among other Starscream figures or any other Cybertron figure. He is indeed the biggest Cybertron figure. I think he's even bigger than Cybertron Primus, who's also a Supreme class. Paint apps and everything are fantastic in this guy. Now, you see there's a lot of detail here which isn't quite picked out, and of course I could use my little recessing technique to pick out the panel lines. I'm not sure really that this guy would warrant it. It might muddy up some very, very clean colours and very clean lines. And again, he doesn't need it. He's got three little wheels at the bottom, but you're not going to push him on the ground. You're going to hold him in your hand and run around the house chasing the cat. That's certainly what I do. Love this guy. Absolutely love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ray with Supreme Class Cybertron Starscream, wishing you a very good night.
Now that's what